Well, hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's January 30th of 2021. It's just after midnight. You know what sucks? I think you're seeing my video. Let me pop this up and see what you're... Yes, you're seeing my video. Uh, I'm using my Logitech C920 camera that I've had for, USB camera that I've had forever, had for years. I have turned off the Panasonic G7 that's going into the $150 video device. I'm sure I'll figure out some way to use the video card, and I'm sure I'll go back and start playing with, but this is, you know, plus I have several, plus I have also the, oh my gosh, I just thought of that, I've got the Logitech Brio camera, 4K one, USB Logitech, here to plug in and play with. Well, I guess that's the name of the game for me, playing with this stuff. Or the name of the game is spending money unnecessarily. But that video card, I believe, Elgato video card, $150. I think it works with Mac, but I'm not going to be getting any Apple stuff. But I think it also works with Linux. So I guess that's something I could do too. I have a dual boot. I boot up into Linux also. Have lots of things to play with. Keep me occupied. Keep me out of trouble. Keeps me from going to Washington, D.C. and protesting or something. So let's see here. I do want to thank you people that finally pushed me over 3,000 subscribers. I think I have 3,002 or 3,003 subscribers now. As I mentioned yesterday, I think it was, or the day before in one of the videos, this information here that you can, that sounds like disinformation. This website, at one time I paid for the perks, and I forget what all the perks were, but I wasn't very much money. I went ahead and discontinued paying for it, but you can enter in any USB or any YouTube site and get some statistics on them. Now, of course, like the estimated monthly earnings for me says $2 to $34 a month. Actually, it's about $34 a month. And they don't pay you until you have $100, at least $100. I mean, they pay you, but they pay you, like it's, yeah, I've had this happen, $34, and anyway, user summary, okay, future projections, detailed statistics, looks like my number's very slowly going up, but very slowly. It's going to be 80 here in March, so I think I'll be gone before the, numbers amount to anything. What is it? January 4th. Let's see. CBS All Access will become Discovery Plus. Paramount, be called Paramount Plus. Some kind of interest, wondering what. Well, I guess they show here a little bit. So we'll continue to get CBS All Access. We will get Black Entertainment Television. We'll get Comedy Central. We'll get MTV. I didn't know they were still around. We'll get Nickelodeon. We'll get the Smithsonian Channel. And we will get some other stuff. Well, Paramount has a ton of movies because they've been around since the beginning. They got a ton of movies. So I'm hoping that we'll get access to those. I have trouble finding actually anything to watch. If I have family here. So, but if I had my way, I would just have Amazon Prime and Amazon Prime and Netflix. I would do away with Hulu and of course, Play-Doh TV doesn't cost, anything. So I would do away with several, things. The only thing I watch, my ex-wife, she watches a lot of CBS stuff, game shows, that type of stuff. The only thing on there I watch is Young Sheldon. Load slow. By the way, Happy Texas is an interesting movie. I watched it a long time ago. I started to watch it again the other day, but then I know the story. I watched it. It was okay the first time. We Were Soldiers, based on a true story. I watched it once. There's just something about the acting, about his acting. I don't know what it is. I think he may have been really acting like the Major, I think he was. He may have been, and that may have been the thing. And but anyway. Pretty Baby was a fascinating movie. A lot of people complained about it. And I remember watching it a long time ago. I thought it was a really interesting movie. And I saw on YouTube and it was just like, I guess, a few years back. She was someplace, and I don't know if she had a new movie or what the deal was, but she was out on the street, and she was signing. She was all set up, she had one of her people, maybe more than one, behind her, and they were handing her stuff that she needed, a pen or whatever she needed. And she was signing anything that somebody was handing her. she would sign it and give it back to him. And some guy handed her a poster or something for Pretty Baby. I don't know exactly what it was, but he handed it to her, and she took it and handed it to her person, and I guess that disappeared. So I mean, put it into the trash or something. I guess don't hand her any. If that's a movie you did like, don't hand her something to sign, a T-shirt or something. It'll go in the trash. By the way, this was. I don't think a lot of people would like this. Paul Newman and Nobody's Fool. I thought that was a good movie. I kind of thought realistic. I mean, uh, I watched The Ghost in the Darkness. I thought that was a good movie. When I say good movie, I'm not, okay movie. I wouldn't want to watch it again. There's a lot of movies that I'll watch. I mean, if I could find something better, I'd watch them. There's a lot of movies that I will watch over and over again. Unfortunately, uh, I tried to watch this. I couldn't watch hardly. I don't think I finished the first episode, and that's a shame because I loved her in The West Wing, but I thought all the acting. I just thought everything was bad. The writing, everything was bad, and it's too bad. Uh, uh, and I've been a big fan of Star Trek. I tried when this first. I was waiting for it to come, and I tried to watch the first 2 or 3 episodes of it. I just couldn't. I don't know what it was. I hate reality TV. And one thing that I think I've mentioned this before that really pissed me off. I really enjoyed. I would tell everybody. Well, not everybody. I don't see that many people. Don't see any people. Well, I guess I see you all, don't I? But I just positively hate reality television. Ah. But what I was enjoying watching on HGTV was the real estate shows, and I knew because I think the thing lasts about 30 minutes or something, and they would show everybody three. Somebody could be buying an inexpensive home. Somebody could be buying a mansion or a palace, and they showed them, of course, because of time limit, they showed them three things, and then they had to make a choice. And then there was some other things that kind of drove me crazy about that. People would be supposedly, and of course, they're only looking at three, and but people would have like a dog, and I'd be like, I like dogs, yeah, definitely. We have a cat, I like cats too, but these people would be, making a big move, important move, and whatever, and well, we have to have this for the dog. He has to have grass, and he has to have this, and I'm thinking, you're buying a home, you're making the biggest investment that thing that you've, and I think the dog should be last, or you should be looking for a shelter for that dog. I know I'm a monster, right? But of course, then what I found out fairly recently is that these shows, not just the ones about these houses, looking for houses and that kind of. There were some others that were like that, same thing, looking for houses or stuff. Reality television, 100% reality television. they were showing people places that were not even for sale. And they made it like, okay, this is the place we're going to be moving into. I think they might have even had them. You come back at the end of the thing to see, oh, this is really nice. You fixed it up nice. And then there was, there were, there were shows, I guess, who um, the places they showed them that were not for sale. Uh, and there were also, I think, people who, I guess I've just covered that, moved into places that they never moved into. I mean, the entire thing. And I hate reality television. Anyway, I guess this has been sort of a test of this, man, Logitech C920. I'll put a link below to it. But with the virus thing, the cameras, like the Logitech cameras, are like the best for USB, But of course, there's, man, a ton of Chinese rip-off. Of course, they were probably made in China too, but, they're really cheap and all that kind of stuff. And just about, I've tested a bunch of them, just about as good as the Logitech cameras for a lot less. But then when this virus thing started, everybody raised the prices of their, Logitech raised the prices way up on there because of the demand, And then, of course, some of the others, of course, you can still get these really cheap knockoffs, cheap. And if you don't have much money to spend, yeah, you'll probably be just fine with one of those. But I wonder let me check and see what then I'll let you go. Let's go to Amazon and see. C920. Okay, well, this is not the C920, but that's here it is. $70. Wow. Yeah, I mean well, these cameras are out here, and you can get them. I'm sure this $40 one is probably just as good as the C920. Problem that I've seen, and I got to the point where I don't even I don't even expect anything out of the microphones on these things. I use a separate, I think everybody uses a separate microphone. But, yeah, it's too bad but if you need, you have to pay sometimes. People get they got a little bit greedy. I guess it'd be stupid to ask Logitech to, when people are willing to pay, instead of paying $30, and they're paying, a lot more. I guess you'd be stupid to ask the corporation to, hold the price. But, I mean, they have shareholders, I'm sure, and I'm sure the shareholders wouldn't be happy with that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll put a link below to, but there again, if you're looking for a USB webcam, you can probably go with almost the cheapest, I don't know how many of these I reviewed, but just if you're, do a check on you for somebody else who, well, you can do a thing and see if I reviewed, but find somebody that reviewed it before you, spend your $29. But if you go with a Logitech camera, you'll be happy. But right now they're, you know, about 3 times what the price should be. So thank you very much for watching.